What's up, folks? This is Ericast, and look at this place. This is definitely different than what it was. Um, I spent so much time in that area in the crag biome that it was starting to get a little depressing, to be honest. I usually dig in the ground. That's not really something that's, different for me. So I wanted to go ahead and start building outside. And we will go ahead and go with the original plan that we had, but I wanted to build like a little village slash city outside here as a basis before we get into our airship. The reason I chose this biome is it's a lot, I guess, friendlier than the crag biome was. The fog in that area makes it really dark and gloomy. So I just didn't think it made a very good backdrop for building and such. So we moved to this biome. And you also notice something different in the map. The map is quite a bit different. The map is from Opus, I believe, is what the mod is called. And it does this awesome thing that you can bring up a larger map and look around and see the areas that you've explored. Now, unfortunately, a lot of the area that we have explored is not going to be on here because I didn't have Opus running. So this is something that'll be nicer and nicer as we, branch out and explore the area. So the map that I was using is, pronounce it Rise Mini Map, I believe is how it's called. It's the mini map that I've used pretty much exclusively since, well, for pretty much forever. As just in vanilla Minecraft, many times I've installed that map just to make it, much easier to see, exactly the dimensions that I would be building in. So it's, it's a map mod that I've used quite a bit. But I'm going to try this one out. I think it's pretty awesome. In the past, when I've played on servers, it's been really nice to have a map like this that's online that you can, pull up and say, oh, there's, a seasonal biome here. And there's up here looks like a field. And this is a mesa biome. And, etc. So yeah, that's going to be pretty fun. Alright, so this big building. This is where I will be housing pretty much everything for now until I get special buildings for them. We've got all of our IC2 stuff in here at the moment, and that's what we'll be working on first at the beginning of the episode, and I'll explain that in a little bit. And then we've got, of course, our Applied Energistics stuff, and I've got all kinds of solar power and, power storage and all that kind of stuff up there. So, and this is from Bibliocraft, as you can see in the little tooltip up there. And just store some tools, which is really nice. That way, say, oh, I just need an axe, because I'm going to go cut down some trees. Instead of having to look for it. So, that's really nice. And I've just got some wood stored out here. It's nothing special. And down here, I'll show you this real quick. This is where I've been putting my barrels. We've got all our cobblestone over here, and some smooth stone, and just various other things that I have quite a bit of. This will be extended quite a bit as we go on, because, for the most part, the AE system at the beginning isn't meant to store vast quantities of certain things. Like if I put my cobblestone in this AE system, it's going to take up a lot of space. So that's just not something I want to do right now. This I just have where I put stuff in here, and this is what we're going to be working on. What's under here is this precision import bus. And what it does is, at the moment I've got it in stack mode and don't have any presets in here. So it's anything that I put in here is just going to be absorbed into the ME system, which is really nice. Like the hammer that I just had right here. It just got sucked right in there. So that is what we're going to be doing with this system over here. So what I want to do is anything that I macerate or smelt, I want automatically, sucked right into that system. So what we're going to need is some import buses, precision import buses to start off. Actually, you know what? We could just use the basic import buses. The export, what I'm going to do for some automation, we're going to need the precision ones, but for the import, it should be fine just to do these basic ones, because it doesn't have the settings to where it'll do the redstone activation, all that kind of stuff, which is really awesome for some certain things. But that's not something we're going to need right now. And it also doesn't have stack mode, which the reason I have one here is because it has stack mode, which will suck entire stacks out of there at a time. So whenever I get back from a mining trip and I just dump all my stuff in here, it'll, take everything out of here one stack at a time. And it's pretty quick. So, I don't have to wait around too long to empty all of my bags. Alright, so let's go ahead and use this one, and we're just going to make some of these. First, we're going to need a bunch of conversion matrices, I guess you'd say. Alright, so we're going to need, let's see, I'm not too worried about these at the moment. So, extractor and compressor. Yeah, let's go ahead. We're not going to do the export buses for these, but I'll go ahead and stick some imports on these. Alright, so we need 4 and 8. Alright. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Alright. Now, let's see. And this is what's so nice about this crafting table. It definitely limits what you can see up here, but it takes whatever is in the inventory of the AE system, or the ME system, and just uses it as a crafting supply. So if you need a chest, there's 8 of this birch wood in here, so it's still in there. We've got another 8 left, and there it's gone because it's used it all up. Alright, let's do it by, usually like setting it by item ID. Alright, so let's go ahead and do this, and we're going to need 8 of them. So hopefully we have enough materials to make 8. Yep, there we go. Awesome. Alright, now we need some sticky pistons. Not too bad. Alright, so let's go ahead and do this. And I'm just going to use this pattern because I don't have any slime balls at the moment, but I know I do have some raw rubber. And I need my pistons first. That would be good. Alright. Alright, what? No, that's not the one I want. How dare you? Ah, I don't have any cobblestone in here. That's right. And I don't have any wood. So, well, let's sleep first because this area is not at all lit up. So it's kind of dangerous at night. Alright, so let's go out here, grab some wood. And not that chest, get this chest. I'll just grab the jungle wood and make a bunch of that. And, yeah, I need cobblestone. So let's go on down here and grab some of that real quick. So I wanted this area to be expandable because later on I'll just make it so it's available to the ME system by, there's an item that you can just stick on the top of it and it'll treat this as an inventory that's accessible to the other system. So that's really nice. Alright, so let's just do a couple stacks, or a few stacks I guess you'd say. Alright, and slowly jump up here. The jetpack can actually be a little annoying sometimes, just because it makes you kind of float and not necessarily jump at the height that you're used to, but you do eventually get used to it. So alright, so let's just get rid of these like that, and we need wood on top, I believe, so let's go like that, And like that. And what the heck, I'll just make well, I'll just make 8. I was going to say I was going to make a stack, but I guess I'm not making a stack. Alright, so since I already know I just need rubber, let's go and do it like that. And stick that back in there. And I believe we'll be able to make them. Yep. And actually it's just going to make 8 because that's all we have. Alright. Alright, so for these import ones, we're going to stick them at the bottom. And since they are just the standard ones, it's not going to be difficult to program them because there is no programming for it. But they do only suck them out one at a time. So I'll show you how that works. And then we'll go ahead and do the export buses as well. Alright, so let's say, let's get some gold ore here. And we'll just get the whole stack. Just have it processing because it's not going to hurt anything. Alright, so as soon as it comes over here, it should just be automatically extracted. And yep, there we go. So nice and easy. Alright, now we're going to do some export buses. That way we don't have to worry about the, oops, that's not how you spell it, export. There we go. Just have those 3. Alright, so for these, we're going to need the precision ones. Now, the difference between the precision and the fuzzy ones will take anything of an item ID and go ahead and extract it. So, say you have a damaged pickaxe, you see the 278 on it, that's the item ID for just a diamond pickaxe. But the 1363 tells its damage value. So, you know, if there's a pickaxe that has a different damage value on there, say there's, you know, half of its durability left on it, if we use a fuzzy one, it's going to extract the diamond pickaxes no matter what damage value they are. So that can be extremely nice in certain situations, but for what we're doing right now, that's not something we need, and it takes a lot of extra stuff. So, you know, I'm not going to waste diamonds on something that I don't need to. Alright, so for the export bus, it's basically the same thing, except for instead of a sticky piston, we just need a regular piston. Alright, so redstone is why we couldn't make any more of them. Alright, so redstone, I know I happen to have these, so we don't need the blocks for now, so let's just go ahead and do that. Alright, so let's go ahead and make our pistons. And since it's rotating all the time, let's do that. Okay, so wood and cobble, like that. We need our redstone down here and our iron right there. Alright. Alright, so let's go ahead and just make 6. I'm trying to think of how many we had of each. We had 2 macerators and 4 furnaces. I'm not worried about the other ones yet. It might be nice to put it on the extractor, but I don't even have one of those tree farms set up at the moment, so, or a rubber tree farm. So I'm not going to worry about it. Alright, so for now, we can do this, and we need to go ahead and make some more interfaces. Alright, so put this on here, and we need 6 this time. Alright, like this. And this is just going to go in the middle. And it looks like we need some more cables. Alright, oh, and we have some in our inventory. How fortunate. Do that there. And make our 6. Okay, let's go ahead and stick those in there. And just like that, we have the basic ones. And then we need some more processors. I believe I have enough for all 6. Nope, I only had 2. Alright, so let's make some more processors real quick. And we've done this before, it's not complicated. So we just need 4. And then we can stick them in the furnace. And let's just grab this. Let's just speed it up a bit. Speed it up a lot. Alright, and you see they're getting sucked right out. So That can be quite convenient. Okay, so let's do this. And there's the basic ones. Alright, so let's just make 2 more, or 4 more, for the export ones. Alright, so we don't need these 2, but we do need these other ones. Alright, so we stick these on the back like that. And see, it has like we have on the other ones, except for on this one it's going into the system instead of out of. So let's take the iron for an example. Oops, actually we just need 1. So what we do is we just go like this, and we can go ahead and do it in stacks. Stick it in there, and that says that, hey, iron can go into this one, and then there we go. And it just automatically puts it in the macerator, which can be extremely nice, and then it'll suck it out. And the reason I took one of these out is because I'll need to put, I believe that's the iron furnace. No, 2. Okay. So, and then we put it like this, and then it goes straight into there. So we don't have to worry about taking it from out of this inventory and then putting it in this inventory and all that kind of other stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and set this system up, and then I'll come back and show you. What I might do is go ahead and build a building for the thermal expansion setup, and then we'll go ahead and move straight on to that. So for now, this is plenty complicated for what we need. And it's not complicated at all, really, once you get used to it. They might be a little intimidating at first because you've got these extra inventories that you're like, what do I do with this? What do I need to put in here? You know, I've got different types in here, remove single items, craft, always craft items. There's all kinds of stuff that you can stick in here. And of course there's all the redstone stuff as well, so it can be a little confusing at first, but once you've done it once or twice, it's not bad at all, and it makes things so convenient. So, whenever I put iron in there, it's going to immediately, take it out of there. And we can do the same thing for this one. And put it on stack, and there you go. It's, already smelting away. Alright, so take that out of there. Alright, so I will get some stuff set up for you guys so we can go ahead and start on the other systems, and I will be right back. Alrighty folks, so it's been a while. Oh, well, hello there. And let me back my piece of grass. Or not. I guess you could just run away. Alright, so yeah, all my machinery is gone, and let me change the sound settings so it's a little better for you guys. Alright, I don't want it too loud, but I don't want it too quiet either. Hello, zombie. So, I keep getting rudely interrupted by all these mobs. Mainly I want to know... Oh, there he is. And he just warped away again. Huh. Alright, scaredy cat. Coward. Whatever. Alright, so, as I was saying, it's actually been a while. It's been about a month. And I've done quite a few things to fancy the area up, and as you can see over there, there's a big new building over there. Alright, so I actually had to watch my video, or the first part of this video, to figure out what I had talked about and what I had not talked about, because I was pretty darn sick for a while, so I couldn't speak very well, and yeah, I got strep throat and then all kinds of other stuff, so yeah. So here we are. We've got these things, which are cotton, I believe it is called. It's called slick water. What? Yeah, it's cotton. Okay, so you can make wool and string out of these, which can be really nice. I don't have a source of either at the moment. So there's some sheep over there, which we'll get to later, and go and have infinite wool and all that kind of fun stuff. But for now, we're not going to really worry about that. This stuff you can combine with, well, somebody trembled that. You can combine with different foods and things to make some really powerful extra food that it'll give you like healing powers and regeneration and all kinds of cool stuff. So that's pretty neat. And you can also make these cool little crops. I kind of call them flowers, but they're not really flowers, which you can harvest quartz and diamonds and all kinds of other stuff. They're kind of expensive to make, so while it may sound overpowered, it's really not, because it takes a while to get going. So yeah, that's kind of cool. So we have really, really, really slow infinite quartz. And you guys are familiar with these from previous episodes. It's just ender pearls, which is really nice. Ender lilies. Okay, I'll just stick that in there for now. Don't really need it. This is the house. The only thing that's really changed with this place is I've added glass and moved all the machinery out. So let's go ahead and take a trip over this way. So this is the, let's say I have been using a 1.0.5 because I tried to update it a while back and update the mod pack, and it took all the leaves off all the trees, which was pretty sucky. So I just stayed on that version of the mod pack for a while, and this is, it's either 0.11 or 12, I'm not sure which. But so this is a more updated version. I think some of these trees have changed. I don't remember having so many aspens around here. Well, maybe not. I'm not sure. Okay, so first of all, we have this building. And this, there's torches all over the place because I had 3 creepers blow up on me, like one after another. I don't even know where they were coming from, but I just kept getting ambushed in here. And those weren't the only creepers, but that was the most significant time that I got ambushed. So this place is lit up pretty well. I wanted to make a door here. I'll figure something out. But yeah, so I can automate this later if I want to. I don't have it automated at the moment. I've just got 3 sets, you know, to make it more convenient. And of course we've got our AE system here linked in. And yeah, so this is just a nice little, you know, Tinker's Construct area that'll get more fancy in time, but I'm not really worried about it too much at the moment. Where'd my steak go? I had a few pieces of steak left, surely. I've been running really low on food, so that's something that we need to take care of pretty soon. Huh. There's apples there. I don't know what I have. Got a few pieces of bread. I'm looking for, is it dried monster or something? Oh, there it is. A monster jerky. I did several different things. Oh, what's that? Magical food. Okay, yeah, that's what I was talking about earlier. Restores 3 hunger, health regeneration 3, which is really nice. So, yeah. They've changed some graphics on a few things in here. I'm just trying to remember what I've got. I've got a lot of raw squid, but you can't really do much of anything with that, so I think there's like one thing that you can do with it. Let's see, raw squid. I think you can make some kind of machine. You can make a backpack, aquatic backpack, a mechanized sponge. Okay. I'm sure that's some kind of drain. Automatic fish sorter, fish feeder, incubator top, life core. Yeah, I have no idea what any of this stuff does. Oh, you can make calamari now. That's cool. I love calamari, by the way. That's not how you make calamari, but, you know, That's how you make raw squid in a bowl. Alright. Oh, a fish breeder. I had heard that mariculture had added a ton of different things, but apparently they have. So that's kind of cool. Yeah, all kinds of cool stuff in there. Alright, but we're not going to worry about that right now. I keep getting sidetracked, and we'll just eat this monster jerky for now. And all that is there are some drying racks that you can make now, and you hang up the zombie flesh on it, and eventually it'll turn into basically beef jerky. So it's zombie jerky. Alright, so this building here, oh, there's a portal over there. I don't think I talked about that, but there's nothing special. I just needed to get a few things from the nether. So yeah, that's there. This is the building that we will be doing all of our power generation and AE network and thermal expansion and all that kind of stuff. We will be getting to thermal expansion pretty soon, but not just yet. So what we're going to do this time is continue with the AE theme, Applied Energistics, and we will be setting up an automated crafting system. So I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to make everything in this episode, but I will definitely try to. So problem is there's a lot of things in mods like thermal expansion and industrial craft they have to make over and over and over and over and over again. Like, for example, in industrial craft, you have circuits and copper wire. So those things are practically in everything you make. So what you do is you set up an automated crafting system that I'll show you in just a moment. And these are elevators. Don't think I mentioned them. They just take you up and down, straight up and down. So I just color coded them depending on where they go. And this is my automated stuff for, you know, getting, say for my extractor, I've got sticky resin in there. And this is what we just did over in the other place. So while it's been about a month for me, you know, you guys just saw me set up this in another area. And I will definitely do these overclocker upgrades for everything. And that'll be really nice. And that's really what makes the industrial craft better, I think, for automating systems than thermal expansion. The reason I'm getting into thermal expansion is there's some really cool pipes that I love to use. So we'll be doing that in a little bit, probably next episode. But these you can stick a bunch of overclocker upgrades and make it really, really fast, and much faster than thermal expansion is. So yeah, I think the last time I set up a system like this, I had a ton of furnaces and macerators set up, and each of them had 6 overclockers, I believe. I think there's in the wiki for Feed the Beast. Mine just went completely blank. In the Feed the Beast wiki there is, or I believe it's the Wikia to be specific, there is a chart that shows exactly how much energy that it takes, you know, so for however many overclockers that you have, so you can find out what can be, you know, efficient for the amount of power that you can generate. So yeah, and I've just got this level. There's nothing down here yet. This will be the thermal expansion area. But yeah, and real quick, I've got quicksand set up here, so even though this is wide open, monsters can't just come in here. Spiders could, I guess, but I'm not really worried about it. Mainly this is for creepers, so that they don't wander in here and blow up. But they'll slowly sink. Yeah, I've got my jetpack on and hover mode disabled. Alright, so you can see you slowly just sink in here, and monsters can't get out of this. We can, because we can break blocks, or we can slowly rise up. With the jetpack, if you don't have a jetpack and you fall in this stuff, it can be a little dangerous. But yeah, so we've just got some quicksand set up around here. I think it's like 3 deep, but they'll just fall in there and suffocate and die, so that's nice. If you hear a zombie killing itself, that's why. Alright, so let's go over here and turn hover mode off, and we'll do that because I don't think we're going to be needed flying around. Alright, so yeah, AE network. Alright, so let's do this. So at, not pound, and ladies and gentlemen, this is the pound symbol. Not hashtag, it's pound symbol. Okay, thank you. Alright, so at applied should be fine. And we will need, or is it not that? Alright, here we go. These are the pieces that we're going to be working with. The crafting CPU, the heat vent, and the assembler containment wall. Well, you're not going to see this, but I am. Alright, so I'm going to need, for the size that I'm going to make, I'm going to need 34 of these containment walls. Now, the problem is I don't know that I have enough iron and gold, so I have enough service quartz, I believe, to make this. So I don't think that that's going to be a problem. So I may have to... Now, alright. That seems like a lot of iron. And it's quite a bit of iron, but I don't know that it's going to be enough. How much gold do I have? 408. I don't think that's going to be enough. So I might have to take a mining trip and go take care of that. I'm not quite sure. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and see how much of this we're going to build, and then we're probably going to have to end the episode. It might run a little bit long. We'll just have to see. Alright, so containment wall. We lost our little over here. Oh, that's because we're not over here. Alright, so we're going to need, we're going to need 34. Alright, so I don't want to shift click because that's going to give me a whole stack, or however many I can make. Alright, so slowly getting there. 34, 35, 36. Alright, and we're going to need 48 heat vents. Alright, so it's going to be these, and we're going to need a bunch of other stuff. So let's go ahead and make... Alright, so we're going to need 34. So, alright. Pretty much the rule on YouTube is don't, and on Twitch too, don't do math while you're streaming or recording because your mind is just not going to work. But I'm going to be stupid and not do that. Alright, so... not pay attention to that. Alright, so 48 times 2 is 96. So I need 192? Is that right? 192 bars? Okay. Alright. So that's going to be... oh gosh. Alright, 192, that's going to be about... or rather, exactly 3 stacks. Right? Yeah. Is that an egg? Yes. Alright, yeah, that's the problem with the magnet mode. It's because it does silly stuff like that. Alright, so... yeah. I think that's right. I think. Alright, so what else do we need for these heat vents? We need some cable. That might be a problem. And iron, which isn't going to be a problem. Alright, so 48. So we'll just go ahead and do a stack. Yeah, I figured I was running low on that dust. Alright, so let's go ahead and stick all that in there. And do that. So 48. 48. Awesome. It's a miracle. Alright, we'll worry about the CPU and the other stuff later. I'm going to go ahead and build the frame. I haven't quite decided exactly how I want to fill in the inside. If you hear funny sounds, that's the Lycanites mod, or mob mod, and that's the int out there. He's making the clicking noises. So, I love the monsters, by the way. I previously had the desert mod, Lycanites Desert Mobs mod, installed, and that was pretty cool. But the new full mod adds things to all the biomes, so that's pretty awesome. Or supposedly adds them to all the biomes. I'm not sure how true that is. I haven't wandered around and, with the biomes of plenty and seen if they spawn in all of them. But yeah. Alright. That was definitely not enough. My math was off. Alright, so I need one. I imagine my math is off for all these other ones too. Because, oh right, I changed the dimensions. So yes, I'm going to need to make a bunch more of these. Alright, so what's going on here is you have to use these containment walls in the edges, or on the edges. So around the rim of it, that's where you have these things, and the heat vents go in like this. And you fill in the sides. Yeah, it's definitely not going to be enough. But thankfully you can break them with a pickaxe. But you do like this around all of the sides. Alright, so I'm going to get this assembled, and then I will be right back with you to fill in the inside.